Hey, ladies and gents, how are you? This is day three of the live draw stuff, so I'm gonna kind of get this party started. Again, I'm a little bit later to the party than I thought I'd be, but we're gonna get this going. Anyway, this is Karen Beecher, aka Bumblebee. I wanted to try to, as I was doing these, I wanted to try to expose y'all to some people that you may or may not know really well and kind of give y'all a little bit of history about those characters. Now, Karen Beecher, excuse me, my first experience with her was actually in the Teen Titans cartoon that was going on Cartoon Network for a while. So if you'll notice by the video there, that's the picture that I used because a lot of people that may know her more for uh, that show. But what a lot of people may not realize is that Karen Beecher has been in the comics as well. In the Teen Titans comics, there was a group of Titans that actually were the Titans East branch. And so you had a lot of different people that were not on the main group with like Nightwing and Starfire and Raven and all of them. And so Karen was part of that team. And just to go over a little bit of her powers, of course, her name being Bumblebee. No, she's not like the Transformer. Uh, and of course, it's funny because I almost titled this uh, Bumblebee, not the Transformer, but the Bumblebee from Teen Titans. And I decided I was like, I'll spare y'all that little crazy joke and just say it in the video. So anyway, so Bumblebee is here, and I'm drawing her today as my character. I wanted to try to mix up not only the types of teens, but also the power sets. And I didn't want to just draw a whole bunch of the teenagers doing the same thing. I kind of wanted to do some different stuff with them. So I thought maybe I would try that out as I was going through. Uh, if you've missed the other videos that I've been doing over the past few days, I keep coughing up stuff. I do apologize. Y'all go ahead and do me a favor and definitely check those out. We did Miss Smarkle yesterday. Monday we did, of course, Damian Wayne. We'll be picking up with another fun teenager tomorrow. We're going to be doing Patriot, who another character that some of you may not be familiar with. He's actually on, I believe he's on the Champions now. And so, but anyway, let me talk to you a little bit about Miss Karen Beecher. Karen Beecher, she calls herself Bumblebee, and she actually has a power set that is very reminiscent of a bee in a lot of ways. She basically has stingers that are bee-shaped, literally B as in the letter B, not to be bee-shaped as the bug. And so she uses those as ways of shooting stingrays that will help sting people, and it feels like a bee sting. Of course, it's not as bad until she hits you with a bunch of them. And it's kind of like it's one thing to get stung by one bee, it's another thing to get stung by 10. So it's kind of that idea. She also shrinks down to the size of a bee. And it's funny because I thought about when I was looking at her and drawing her, my first thought was, wow, they kind of basically did their own version of the wasp in a lot of ways from the Marvel comics. And, you know, it wouldn't be the first time that DC has you know, kind of taken a hint from Marvel, and Marvel hasn't taken a hit from DC. There are so many memes about different characters that are the same character basically, but just different way. So I wanted to put that out there. But anyway, so Karen Beecher is a teenage girl. She becomes at one point the leader of the Titans East, and she goes out and she several times in the comics helps out with the team and different things like that. And even more recently, I believe she has kind of become a forefront character in the current Titans run that's going on right now. So she is definitely all around doing all sorts of crazy Teen Titan type stuff. But my first exposure, like I said, was when I saw her in the cartoon, the Teen Titans cartoon that was out a while back. And I call it the good Teen Titans cartoon, but that's just my prejudice. You know, some people are gonna love Teen Titans Go, and there's no problem with that. I'm not one of those people. Even though I heard the movie was really good, and it had a lot of obscure comic book characters and things like that. It had a lot of neat different cameos from heroes that you wouldn't normally expect in an animated movie. So, but anyway, she not only can shoot the stingers, but she also has the ability to shrink to the size of a bee, and she has a really cool outfit. Now, if you watch Young Justice, she's actually in that as well. She is Karen, and she dates the guy who eventually becomes the Guardian in the Young Justice show. And so she dates that guy. And so it's funny because when they introduced that character, I didn't remember him being uh, the protector, you know. But then, or guardian, I don't know why I said protector. So I don't remember him being guardian. But then whenever I saw the show, I'm glad they kind of did him that way. I'm glad that I really enjoyed the fact that they did that for him because I think, in the first part of the series, he was kind of just a normal guy. And I'm glad they kind of did something with him to make him a little bit more of a threat. He even got an episode that was really cool where he kind of, came out, and kind of acted as though he had these superpowers and he really didn't, to try to buy time for Miss Martian and for Superboy to kind of do some things. But anyway, so Karen not only shrinks down to the size of Bee, she also shoots the stingers. And she's one of the, not really just the hardest working people, she's also one of the smartest. A lot of the stuff, especially in Young Justice, you see her, going in and studying with Ray Palmer, for example. She's studying with Adam. And you say, well, that's not a real big deal. Well, Adam's one of the smartest people in the DC universes, period. And so to have somebody who can hang with him on a science level, it's not everybody can do that. It's not like, Marvel where everybody has a scientist, it seems like. DC, there's not nearly as many scientific minds as the Marvel universe seems to have all the time. And so I think it's really cool that Karen is one of those people that really can hang with one of the greatest scientific minds in the DC world. But anyway, so Karen, of course, like I said, she has the little bee stingers. And she also made her suit, and she basically did the wings so that she'd be able to fly and be able to control herself while she was in the, in her smaller mode. So that's kind of the reason why we're doing that. We're putting the wings in there. So go ahead and put that through. Draw the wings out. And they connect her suit. Like I said, she made this suit herself, so I thought that was really cool. She took the time to make her own outfit. So she also has a little yellow-black stream. She was at one point in the Teen Titans cartoon. I believe she was a member of the Hive at one point, and she was part of, Queen Bee in the Hive. That, was actually a Teen Titans series of villains. And then she kind of broke free of the control, and that's actually one of her powers. Actually, she has, due to her actual mind and then the way her powers work, because she has to have such concentration in order to be able to hold her form whenever she goes as small as a bee. She's not as susceptible to mind control as a lot of people, and so she actually can, she actually has the ability to kind of mind over matter thing when it comes to that. And so at one point during the course of that episode, one of the reasons why she really just is able to get away from Queen Bee is because she's able to break the mind control that's over her when her powers really begin to manifest. Because when she first is introduced, she's just a follower of the thing. And it's not until her powers kick in that she realizes she can actually become the size of a bee. And when you're going up against Queen Bee, you kind of need that kind of power set to help out. So anyway, I'm just getting into that bee stinger. And try to hit that there, go here. Finish that up. So how you been liking the drawings, guys? Just as a reminder, there is a comments contest for the sketchbook that somebody will be winning as a comment on the videos. So that's what I'm really looking for more than anything else. A lot of people, when they do their YouTube videos, they're like, oh, like, comment, subscribe. And I'm going to say that because I think everybody needs to say that. But at the end of the day, I really want to be able to build a community here. And so in order to help with that, that's why I'm doing the comment contest. So if you like what I'm doing, please comment. Let me know how you feel about these videos. So like I said, let me know some people you want me to see me draw as I'm doing these videos. I've got a couple of things, hopefully really special going on for this weekend for you guys. So I'd like to get a chance to hear from you. So anyway, and that is the third Inktober day for Bumblebee. So I'm going to hit this real quick, hit the side of that right there, kind of separate it a little bit more, and then go along with it and be done. There it is. And I definitely wanted to draw her more of the cartoony look from the Teen Titans cartoon. Like I said, if you've watched her in Young Justice, she has a slightly different suit on. That's more. She wears goggles in that version. But I really want to pick up more of that cartoon, innocent type look that she has going with the little afro puffs because if kind of looks like antlers to a bee, so it works too. Because with the outfits that they normally have her in, like in Young Justice, especially, you don't see the afro puffs. They kind of put the little antlers on the front of her mask. So there you go, guys. And let me finish this off the way we want to start finishing off all the videos. I'm going to write day 3, and so we're going to go day 3. Bumblebee. So there we go. Anyway, guys, thank you as always for checking me out. I'd like to hear your comments again and everything. Greatly appreciate you guys being involved with me. And as always, guys, remember, above all else, be blessed, be a blessing to somebody, guys. Until tomorrow when we get to see Patriot. Take care, guys.